High in the mist-veiled Himalayas, far from the noise of the material world, there are whispered stories passed down through generations, tales of yogis whose mastery over mind and matter transcends everything modern science has dared to imagine. These aren't the ordinary ascetics one finds in ashrams or yoga studios. These are the siddhas, beings of such spiritual intensity and inner mastery that the laws of physics seem to bend in their presence. Advanced practitioners in various yogic and tantric traditions are believed to attain siddhis, supernatural powers granted not as party tricks, but as natural extensions of consciousness expanded beyond the veil of illusion. Among the siddhis, shape-shifting is perhaps the most mythic. It's said that those who have gained control over their subtle energy body, the pranamaya kosha, can transform their physical appearance into that of animals, birds, or other human forms. Tales abound of masters taking the form of tigers to frighten away intruders, or becoming birds to secretly visit distant disciples. This is not illusion in the theatrical sense, but rather a literal bending of material form by will and vibration. In cultures where folklore and spiritual experience intertwine, these stories are not only accepted, they're revered. Teleportation is another skill ascribed to these adepts. Referred to in Sanskrit texts as prapti, the ability to be in two places at once or move vast distances instantly is seen as a function of mind over space. In some Tibetan and Indian traditions, tales are told of masters who vanished from their meditation caves and appeared days later in a holy city hundreds of miles away, without the help of transport or guide. Their journeys, it is said, occurred not across land, but through space itself, bypassing the linear flow of time. The art of invisibility, or antardana, is also documented in yogic texts like the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. By tuning their energetic frequency beyond the visual spectrum, yogis allegedly render themselves unseen. While the mechanism is mystifying, the theory posits that what we perceive as visible is merely energy within a particular range of vibration. Change the vibration, and you disappear from the eyes of the world, even while remaining fully present. Walking through walls, too, is part of this mystical toolkit. Through mastery over the elements, Mahabuddhas, advanced yogis are believed to dissolve the rigidity of their bodies or the solidity of stone, momentarily phasing through matter. In certain Buddhist texts, there are descriptions of monks who passed effortlessly through locked doors or mountainsides, their form becoming as fluid as the air around them. These stories aren't told as metaphors, they're retold as eyewitness events, experienced by disciples and chronicled in ancient manuscripts. But perhaps the most stunning claim of all is the phenomenon known as the rainbow body. In Tibetan Dzogchen tradition, some masters at the moment of death achieve such total liberation that their physical body dissolves into light. Only hair and nails are said to remain, symbols of what once was a human shell. This isn't cremation or decay. It is an act of spiritual transmutation, where matter transforms into its purest energetic essence. Rainbow lights fill the room or the mountainside where the passing occurs. Witnesses report an overwhelming sense of peace and joy, as if reality itself becomes translucent and divine in the presence of such a soul. Skeptics, of course, scoff. They dismiss these tales as folklore, wishful thinking, or hallucinations. And perhaps they are. But to those who have walked the path of silence, who have spent decades in contemplation, fasting, and fierce inner discipline, the siddhis are not myths. They are potential, rare, but real. The powers themselves are not the goal, say the teachers, but rather distractions on the road to moksha, or liberation. Those who chase them out of ego are said to lose their way. But those who receive them humbly may become legends. In the age of AI and satellites, of quantum computing and neural nets, it's tempting to believe that we've reached the pinnacle of human knowledge. And yet, there remain stories, quiet, glowing embers of mystery, of beings who did not need machines to fly or phones to connect, whose very breath shaped reality. Whether we see these feats as fact or fable, one thing is certain, they challenge the limits of belief and invite us to imagine what lies just beyond the visible, waiting in the sacred silence for those who dare to listen.